What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing good. Just sitting back down at the desk to get this recap done. Take a look at my performance, see how I actually performed today. And it was a decent day today. Didn't have any snafus. Didn't really take any trades that I wasn't supposed to take, meaning trading hours that I should not be trading. And just an overall good day. And everyone that hung out in the Discord today that was in the voice chat had an excellent day today too. So it's good when you can have a good day and everybody that you're associated with have a good day as well. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the trade performance for today. And we're going to do something a little different today. I actually remembered to turn on OBS and to record my trades today. First trade, I didn't record, so we won't see that trade. But everything after that was recorded. One thing that I did do a little different today, first few trades of the morning, I traded here at the desk that I'm sitting at. And then a little later on in the morning, I was out in my shop and I have another setup out in my shop and I took some trades from there. So I'm not sure if this computer that was recording is actually going to pick up and put the entries and exits on the chart. But we'll look at a few of the first few trades that I took and then we'll kind of scroll through and see. So what I'm going to do, go ahead, bring up trade performance. Reviewing trades for October 17th. Something that I hadn't been doing lately was saying the date that we trade. October 17th, 2023. Today, we had a gross P&L of $536.30. We had gross losses of $213.20, giving us a net profit of $323.10. That is before commissions. It's showing that commissions was $53.90. I don't believe that is correct. I go into TRADERVUE to figure out what my real number is. But and one other thing, y'all, while we on commissions, TRADERVUE robs you when you trade micros. And if I can remember, when we get to the end of this video, I'm going to show you their rates and show you why I say they rob you when you trade micros. But back to our performance for the day. We traded at an 84% wins to losses, which is excellent. That was on 27 winning trades, 5 losing trades. I did not trade that many times. The way that TRADERVUE breaks these trades down is kind of crazy. Yeah, the way that they break the trades down is a little crazy. Let's say I take a trade and I want 5 MNQs. Sometimes they'll split that into 2 orders. It'll be 3 and 2. They'll call that 2 orders when it was actually just 1 order that I took. So this number is a little skewed right there. That number is a little skewed. Let's take a look though. Let's see what the largest, where did it have that? Largest winning trade was 71. Largest losing trade, 92. Okay, I guess. And again, this number, I can't really go by that either because this number, I could have a bunch of winning trades that could have been like 3 and 2 and then they split it. So I can't really pay that no mind, but let's go ahead. Let's pull up trades. Let's look and see what we did. And if you look, this first one is a perfect example. 3 and 2. It's exactly what I was saying. You'll look and see the entry times, the same. Exit times the same. You see another one that's 3 and 2. That's another 1 order, but they splitting it into 2. That was me kind of adding to this position. So overall, this position The first entry was red. Second entry was green. And then you see we took another red trade here. Come down through here. That's one exit getting out right there. That was another red trade right there. But overall, finishing the day up green, 323. So solid day. But let's go ahead. I'm going to see if I can bring up the video now. That was easy. If you look, you'll see I am already have taken a trade coming through right there. Those were those ones where I say I kind of averaged in. So first entry, second entry, and then you see me kind of getting out of those positions coming down through there to get green. So I'm already up $32 before I start actually recording. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that button now, and I'm gonna just kind of scroll through here every 30 seconds, just kind of showing. Right here, you see that I had drawn a wedge where you're getting lower highs and higher lows. So I do have that on the chart. I got a zone right here that instead of just putting a line, I kind of put a zone there. So that was my picture. We are below the 60 and we're below the 200. So we'll be looking to take a short up through here. So let's kind of scroll it. And I really want to see it down below this area. I don't want to take it because this has been acting as support, causing the market to go higher. And look, I say that and I go short, but I'm going short as this is, let's see, am I short? No, I'm long. I'm long here because that's my entry. That's my stop down below. My target is up there. I want to say that, let's see how we did on this trade. I think this was a red trade. Skip. What I'm doing is playing for this area here to hold and go higher. I'm in one contract, so that's good. I'm only in one MNQ, almost like a filler. And you see I get stopped out. You see I get stopped out right there. Sorry about that. Had a coughing spell. So I get stopped out and I realize, dude, that breakout is not going to work. What I just said is what I wanted to see. So now you see I'm full size. 5 contracts for the break of this area. If this comes back up above here, I'm going to want to add. So now you see I just added. So now I'm in 10 contracts and now I'm fully sized. And let's see how this plays out. So right now you see here we're up 5 points. Good gracious. Let me back that up again. So I have my target initially down here, but I'm going to pause that and look over here at the 2-minute chart. This is an NQ chart and it has all my lines marked on it. So I know where all of my levels are at. They're not on this chart. So I look over here and I see that we're coming to this black line, which is an hourly level for me. This is a level that I have found on the hourly chart, this chart right here, where a lot of key significant areas have been getting tested. So I'm like, I don't want to play this to break through there. So I closed that position. And now you saw instead of being up to 32, and then I took that one red trade right here. Now I'm up 108 bucks. So let's go ahead. Let's start it back up again. But that's why I got out right there. It was not me just like arbitrarily getting out. It's because I looked over at the 2-minute chart and I saw that we were coming to this hourly level. So let's go ahead. Let's speed it up. And look at what it does. That hourly level is holding. So had I stayed in the trade, it could break it, but I didn't want to be in the trade to see if it was going to break it. And we see it does break it with some significant strength. So let's go ahead. Let's keep on scrolling. Look at how this wedge, now that it's inverted and now it's turning into a cone going out the opposite way. Look how that's still supporting the and trying to cause a little resistance there. Speed it up, speed it up. I'm gonna just kind of speed up until I see an order hit the system. But you can kind of see how the chart is playing out. And I'm just watching it. Now that's that crossover that I like to see right there, where the 60 is crossing. So this should make a decent move back up to 251, but we do have this zone right there in the middle. And look at how it kind of just chopped around in that zone for a minute, finally breaks it, makes the move up there. This entry would have been a 235 entry with room to 250. That was 15 points. That would have been about $150 right there had I took that trade. Let's keep scrolling. At this point, I don't think I'm at the desk. I don't get back to the desk until about 9 o'clock. Let's see when we took the next trade. And remember, these times are off by an hour. So we get back at the desk. Let's see. So this is going to be 8:05, and then that's 9 o'clock. So I'm going to just kind of scroll this up. And if I miss a trade, there we go. We're in a trade right there. So let's go back up. Yep. So let's pause it. Let's take a look at it real quick. We're long. Or I'm sorry. We're not long. We're short. This is the trade window. This is my stop. This is my target. Look at where we're at. We're back at this zone that I had marked on the chart. So we've just been kind of chopping around. The market, or the 60, is kind of about to slice through. So let's look and see what this trade does. Man, that quick, we're out of it. Let's see. So we're up 4 points, 3 points. I move my stop. Let's go over here and look at the ladder real quick. And now these trades I'm actually taking outside, because see how this box is that color? So get out of that trade, just kind of like getting my stop down too soon. And I made the comment in the Discord that I'm not really being patient this morning. I'm not being patient. If you take a look over to the left, this trade has room down to that area right there. It has room down to it. So I'm gonna scroll it up. Let's see what it does. We see that it just kind of peekaboos below it. Let's keep going. This is the 50 EMA for the hourly chart. Find support right there. Let's go ahead, scroll it up, scroll it up. Let's keep going. Market just kind of chopping around. We're about to get that cross again. There it is. But notice that it's not in a full uptrend. It kind of rolls over. So not really something that I would have took a trade on, because the moving averages weren't really in an uptrend. And also, look how close to 200 was. Wasn't enough range in that. And we see that the market flushes, crosses back under it. That right there would have been a good entry, getting in at about 3 or 227. This thing drops a quick 25 points. 5 in Qs, that's about $225 right there. So it's been a nice trade. But just chopping around, chopping around. Notice how every time this comes up to the 60, pushes it back down, rejects it. So you can take that trade right there off of the 60 and then put the stop. Make sure that 10 points is going to give you enough room to get over the previous pivot. But market just continues to kind of come down. I'm going to keep on doing this. And we'll look to see when the entry box pops in, and I'll kind of just back it back up. But market is just tanking out at this point. Just straight in a downtrend. It'll come up, test these moving averages. And if you look at the 2-minute chart, the 2-minute only gave like one entry right there. There are no other places to get in this trade or this trend to the downside off of the 2-minute. But look how many times this thing gives you entries off the tick chart. So right there, let's back it up. Let's look and see what we were doing right there. We're going long. Stop is down here. That's 10 points, so it puts it below my pivot. Target is up there. Trying to see this back up to 174. So let's see what happens right here. Just kind of 30-second it. We're up 3 points, 2.5 points right now. And right here, we're just in like a chop zone. It's just chopping us up. You come over here to the left and you look and you see what the P&L is doing. Just kind of chopping. This was a trade I was a little worried about right here because of how it was moving. And then I'm like, uh-oh, we're going to get a, uh-oh, let's back that up. Back it up, back it up, back it up. I noticed, I'm like, this is setting up to make that cross to come back down. So we're green, up almost 50 bucks on the trade right now, just kind of chopping around. And at this point, I'm like, let me lock in some profit. So you see I move my stop just to lock in commissions and fees because you saw what happened. Let's let it just kind of play out. When this came up, looking, that's a reason not to take that trade right there. All of this junk, all of these wicks are sellers. All of those wicks are sellers. And look at what this thing does. Smart exit. Very smart exit, because I would have got hammered. But that's me moving my stop, saying, okay, this is not doing what I wanted to do. This should have ripped. It should have ripped, and it didn't. And what time is it right now? The market is not open yet, like 9:18, 9:20. So let's kind of scroll through it. So now, 2 minutes still clearly in a downtrend. Let's keep going though. And now in the Discord, Vega is saying, like, I want to see this down to previous low of day. Previous low of day is this red line. He's saying, I want to see this down to previous low of day, and I'm going to look for the market to bounce. So let's keep kind of scrolling through. You see we're up 135, so I'll kind of know if I took a trade if that number changes. Oh, there we go. Let's back up. Just like that, I said we'll know if I took a trade. Now you see I'm down $15. Let's look at this though. So we get the cross. We get the cross. It makes the move. It's above. I'm chasing, y'all. Chasing. This thing has broke over the 200, but we don't get confirmation. We don't get confirmation that this is going to hold. And you notice it just peekabooed over, and I am about to get tagged. And I'm trying to get my stop down below that pivot. Didn't make it. And look, that's where I knew I was doomed. So this wasn't a good trade because although it broke the 200, it didn't give a retest. So I kind of anticipated that this was going to hold, and I got my hand smacked. Stuck my hand in the cookie jar and it got smacked. Let's go back. We're at 20 minutes. So here we go again. We're getting that crossover. You notice now that momentum is there. So we're up 8 points at this point. Solid, solid, solid. Getting the crossover right here. And you notice I moved my stop to lock in profit because, again, we got smacked last time trying to think that this was going to break and hold this area. Let's see if it does it this time. That's trading for you. Like, when you don't do that, it doesn't work. And then when you look at that, y'all, look at that. So because the last time this broke and it didn't retest and hold, I got out. This time we get the break, the retest, it comes up over. Let's see what it does. But from this entry, that's 120. That won about 12 points. Looked like we got out making, if you call that 120, made about 6-7 points on it. But it's real choppy. But now we're up 134. So instead of being down a few bucks, and now we get that break of this, which is another retest. And let's see what this one does. Because now we're getting into that stack position. Let's see what it does. We need it to break this area, though. Need to see it get back over that area. Kind of speed it up. Still just chopping around. We'll speed it up. Let's back up because we got out green. Let's back up, back up. And that's how quick this thing moves. Look at that. So we're up 102 on that trade. Comes up to right there, and we just get out because it didn't push. When this candle did that move right here, and you see this top and tail, this candle should have kept going. So I get my stop in place to not see that right there. So you kind of see it, but you don't see it. So when I took this trade, I'm looking for this to break this prior pivot. It comes up, it peekaboos. It doesn't just keep going. So I get my stop in place, and look at what this thing does. And now we're up $225. Kind of scroll it through. The market is open now. It's 9:45. Let's take a look at one more trade. We have finally, oh, this is a perfect one. Remember I said Vega, who hangs out in the Discord, he wanted to see NQ back down the previous low of day. Well, here it is. This is the red line. This is where everybody got paid today, except yours truly. Watch what this thing does. Oh, let me back up. Let me back up because I do get a little money out of it. You see right here as it's crossing through. Get in. My stop is going to be down here because you see I'm in at 90. My stop is going to be at 80. Notice this came back down. Doesn't stop me out, but I get out of the trade. Comes back down. Retest. And this, let's see. Let's keep going. Did I draw a cone yet? No, I have not. Let's see. I think I'm going to draw a cone. Oh, That's right. I'm on a different computer though, so you're not going to see me draw it. There's that nice cross. In at 58. Target is going to be 70. Clean move, y'all. Clean move. And this thing just rips. At this point, I think, nah, I'm in full right there. I was going to say, at one point, I start saying, like, I don't want to put full risk on no more. But I'm in 5 right here. Looking for this to continue making that move up. Oh. Scroll it up. Oh, every time I hit that button, it moves it up 30 seconds, and then it's done. So here we go. This is going to be the last one that we look at, though. But watch how quick this thing snaps up there. If you look over there, you can see what I'm up on the trade. And I'm trading this just back up to previous low of day. Comes up, taps previous low of day, and then this thing just rips the rest of the day. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna just kind of scroll through it just so you can kind of look. If you look at the chart over to the left, bam, there it is right there. Look at the chart upper left. That's the 2 minute. Look at what this thing does. It goes from 83 to 151. That's 70 points. 70 points. You see a trade that I took right there? Let's see if we can get back over there to that one. I took that one with one frickin' MNQ. And watch how quick this thing snaps up there to my target. Had this been in with 5, like I had been trading, I would been up $200 on this trade. Boom. That quick, we hitting target. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I appreciate y'all checking me out as always. Let's get that screen back up. Appreciate y'all checking me out as always. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. One thing that I did say that I was going to show that I just looked at is commissions and fees. I'll bring this screen back up real quick, and then I'm going to exit out of here from over here. What this is TRADERVUE's commissions and fees. So you have fees and you have commissions. If you don't pay TRADERVUE a monthly fee, you're paying 35 cents each way for a MNQ. That's per contract. That's each way. So that's 70 cents per contract. And then they give you an all-in rate right here. So instead of you trying to do the math, they just tell you over here, you're going to pay 87 cents each way. If you take 10 MNQs, you're going to pay $8.70 each way. 10 MNQs equals 1 NQ. Let's come up and let's see what you would pay if you took 1 NQ. If you took 1 NQ, you're going to pay $2.79. For 1 NQ, you're going to pay $8.70 for 10 MNQs. So they hit you over the head when instead of taking 1 NQ, you want to take you want to take 10 MNQs. I was wondering how I am racking up commissions and fees so much more than when I was trading NQ. That is why. That's why. So just wanted to show that how that breaks down because that kind of enlightened me. That enlightened me. That made me say I need to put some more money in my account so that I can trade NQs and quit paying these high commissions and fees. But one thing that I always say in the Discord is as long as I'm taking green trades, I'm not paying the commissions and fees anyway. It's just reducing the amount of money that I'm making. And it's all a part of doing business. So as long as I'm taking good quality green trades, commissions are just a part of the business. On that note, I'm gonna wrap this up, and we will definitely be back at it again tomorrow. I am going to make sure that I shut Ninja Trader down here in a minute, and I am not taking any trades until 6:30, 6:45, 6:50, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Peace.